Hello class and welcome to this Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout NES walkthrough right here on Video Games 101 by way of Let's Play with Brigands. Happy birthday Bugs, also known as in some markets, but we'll let Fluff talk about that, I'm sure. I'm gonna level with you class. This game is not difficult in the least. At the end of every semester, I have a feedback, sort of a rate your professor type situation, completely anonymous, and at the end of the last semester, I got a criticism from Lonnie Dawkins. Sorry, it's supposed to be anonymous, and this is the criticism I quote: I love your channel, I love the classes, but I would love it if you would just mix in some easier games. So that's exactly what we're doing today with the Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout for the NES. In terms of difficulty, I'm going to give this game a 2 out of 10, which on the frustration scale equates to emitting a wussy swear at some point, something along the lines of darn or fiddlesticks. Pretty sure this is the easiest game we've ever played, at least in terms of the scale that we present before every game. This one's a little bit long, maybe a little bit too long, so let's run the intro and hit the ground running with the Bugs Birthday. I messed it up, didn't I? Run the intro. Alright, let's get some context here. It's Bugs' 50th birthday. He's officially AARP eligible. More to the point, he's received an invitation to a birthday party that his fan club has put on for him. Gotta be honest, if I were Bugs, I'm not sure I would accept that invitation. There's a lot of crazies out there. Fans who go a little too far. But it turns out all of Bugs' friends in quotes, these are a lot of the people who've tried to kill him in the cartoons. Kill in quotes as well, there's a lot of quotes. But yeah, it seems like all the other stars of the Warner Brothers cartoon galaxy are very jealous of Bugs' fame. Understandably so. He's been the star for, at the time of this game, 50 years. Never really looked back. Well, let's take a look at the controls for Bugs Bunny's birthday blowout now. Oh well, simple, okay. Attack, jump, move around. You can climb with up, go down in a hole by pressing down. And then pause the game when you need a break from the monotony. When I said this game was a bit too long in the intro, I was referring to the fact, well, it is too long. There's too many levels. The gameplay is very repetitive. I think this game would be a lot more fun if they kind of halved the number of levels. Somewhere along those lines. It's just, if they were going to mix up the formula a bit more, I could see maybe, keeping it at the length that it is, but it just gets very samey very quickly. But we're going to try our best to have a good time with this one. Now you might be wondering why the music changed when we picked up a certain item, what that item does. Normally this is where we'd bring in Blaze, but because there is so much to this game and it's so samey and that there's only so much you can say, I'm trying to stagger the TAs by only bringing them in when it's absolutely necessary for that, so to be in suspense for a little bit longer as to why the music changed, what that item did, and what's going on with all these carrot tokens that we're picking up. I don't even know if Fluff has his usual number of facts about this game today, so I'm trying to fill as much time as possible. Gonna jump on this little seesaw there to make sure that you get the benefit. Oh, we got our first boss. Let's go to Gary. It's Scary Gary's Boss Beaters.
Alright, the bosses in the Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout are just as easy as the rest of the game. Maybe easier, I don't know. First, we have a great example, Daffy Duck. You're not even supposed to attack him, you just avoid him and get to the giant carrot. Usually with him, you need to collect the carrot tokens, which turn them into platforms which you can jump on, and this first encounter is a prime example.
Alright, thank you very much, Gary. Bring him back in whenever we reach a unique boss, a new boss we haven't encountered yet. They recycle a few of the bosses. See here in the bonus round, if we get matches, bingo style, we get some extra lives. If you've ever played a video game in your life, you'll probably end this game with a stupid number of lives. We'll see how high we get. Probably a little subplot throughout the course of this class. How many lives can we connect here in the Bugs Bunny birthday blowout? Yeah, we recently did a class on it. It's still in my memory, maybe that's why I'm thinking of it, but we did a class on Super Mario Bros. 2, and it seems very similar. I have to say, a lot of the, I guess, the mechanics, but just, you know, the graphics, the way we go in and out of things, and I don't know. It's just in my imagination, but you can go in that second hole that we showed you right there if you want to get that power up, which, again, we're going to leave you in suspense a little bit longer, because it's time for another boss. Gary.
Boss, hey, Tweety Bird, you want to bait Tweety out of the bush or whatever they're hiding behind. You'll be fighting a few times, honestly. But just when you bait Tweety out, you want to retreat a little bit, turn around as they're coming at you, swing that mallet, and just rinse and repeat. You'll take him down.
All right, thank you very much, Gary. And let's finally bring in. We normally edit that out, but again, we're just filling time here, so all of this that I'm saying right now doesn't need to be in this video. But then again, it's probably better than nothing. What I was starting to say was, let's bring in our resident items expert finally, Blaze, to find out what's going on with these kooky items here in the Bugs Bunny birthday blowout. Blaze?
Alright, let's talk about the items you will find in the Bugs Bunny birthday blowout. First, the most ubiquitous tokens all throughout this game are the carrot tokens. You use these to redeem bonus games at the end of every level. So at the end of levels 1 through 3, in an overworld, you have the draw 5 balls, essentially. 10 of these tokens grants you another roll at this game where you can earn 1, 5, or even 50 extra lives. That's right, I've seen it happen before. But at the end of every 4th level, every time you beat the final boss of a world, then you get to do the whack-a-mole game. It takes 20 carrot tokens to do this, and you can get a lot of 1-ups depending on how many moles you whack. The professor will talk more about that. But then moving on, we have the giant heart, which refills your overall heart count. Probably won't need this too often, but go ahead. Don't go out of your way to not grab it, but there it is. That's what that does. Then you have kind of the speeding rabbit token. This actually increases your jump height until you take damage. And then you have the hammer token, which allows you to hammer faster again until you take a hit. But there you are, the basic items in the Bugs Bunny birthday blowout. Good luck. You are definitely not going to need it for this game.
All right, thank you very much, Blaze, for that items guide. You'll note that occasionally we're going to be skipping out on going through some of the holes you can dive into. You can check them yourself if you're playing along. Generally, it's just to give you more carrot tokens or things to help you in the game, and we just don't need that, honestly, with this game, so we're skipping them, but let's go back to Gary.
Boss beater. Wile E. Coyote. Attack, retreat, and repeat. A very similar strategy you're going to be seeing a lot against a lot of the stars of the Looney Tunes galaxy, but not difficult. Not difficult at all.
Attack, retreat, repeat. Here's the whack-a-mole game that Blaze was mentioning. Yeah, I just like to have Turbo queued up and just basically go nuts on that D-pad. I'm not going to pretend that I'm paying attention to where these moles are necessarily or trying any kind of strategy. I'm mostly just making circles on the D-pad, jumping around and seeing how many moles that we can whack. We're already at 14 lives, now that we're, I guess, 1/6 through the game. I think there's 6 worlds, quote-unquote, overall. 4 stages per. I think I'm right in that, roughly. And that equates to 24 levels overall, so there you go. And also, not unlike Super Mario Bros. 2, which came out obviously before this game, you get the desert level as the second world. Ton of similarities, they're just going to keep stacking up. Notice those ring monsters, or whatever the guys that are connected by a chain of balls. They're only deadly when they're a certain color. Keep that in mind. Now, one of the things about this game is it would be a lot more challenging if they didn't give you I guess, 9 health, essentially. Because you have 3 hearts, but each heart has 3 phases in it, I think. Maybe even 4, I'm not sure. Basically, you can take a lot of hits before you even have to worry about getting extra health anywhere. So, that's why you see me taking, you know, all kinds of risks. Not really caring. What we got this time? Yeah, another Daffy, our 3rd Daffy overall. I will say, one of the few challenging aspects of this game is the fact that once you get hit, you can't use your mallet again for 2 to 3 seconds, actually. So, in that case, Daffy was in a good spot to jam us up, so we couldn't use that seesaw. I forgot to take a look at the Briggs notes for this game. How have I gotten as far as I have? Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Just hit any combination of buttons and you'll probably win. That checks out. Now we got localized earthquakes, tornadoes on top of that too. Regular natural disaster level right here, and you got these little grindy music box type dealies. So now we know this helps us jump a little bit higher. Thank you, Blaze, for that. Yeah, these look like dollar store Shy Guys, actually. In keeping with that Super Mario 2 theme. All these pits. Bugs, how about next time your fan club arranges a party for you, maybe request a flight or at the very least a limo to take you there? He's 50 years old, he's an international superstar, and he's braving spikes and pits. Alright, so that's an exception. That enemy ended up doing a lot more damage to us than the normal one, but not sure what's going on with these sphinxes. Their stomachs seem to be, I don't know, are they gestating? It's hard to say. Maybe they have a mini sphinx they're going to give birth to. I don't know. A little disturbing that well, considering we just hammered our way through the child there. Yeah, and this is not commentary I would make during most any other game. It's just, again, I feel the need to, what we got this time? Just another Tweety Bird with a cloud this time. They'll do that, they'll just kind of change the makeup of the background and, you know, say, oh, that's a new one. It's not a bad game. I don't want this to come across as, you know, derisive. This is not a derisive tone. I just, there we go. Got our 5 up. I have another clip to share, but I'll wait till we get a little further on. Need more carrots. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but as we move forward here, still in the desert land. Yeah, it's satisfying getting the big carrot. I do enjoy that. There's elements of this game I do enjoy. I had good memories of playing this game as a kid. We did a Let's Play of it, my brother and I did, on our sister channel, Let's Play with Brigands, youtube.com/Let's Play with Brigands. You check that out. It's humorous. This might have been the game where we, at the end, did a Perfect Strangers questionnaire. Can't recall exactly which particular game we did that for, but that was a good time. And some of the platforms are a little tricky. I'm not saying you can do this in a no-death run, or that I can do this in a no-death run. You may die, but at the same token, you have, you know what, 21 ups at this point? Not even a third way through the game. Here they don't even bother to put a boss in, we just smack our way through to get to the big carrot. I think most people could figure this out. There it is. But again, it is satisfying getting that big carrot. And then floating away in a hot air balloon, which unfortunately we can't take straight to the party. I don't know that there's any sort of strategy for this. You can see I just kind of turbo through it, just smash the buttons. And then every now and then I'll get a couple 1-ups. Nothing kids love more than a lottery. In my experience. Kind of a shortcut if you come down here. You need the health. Grab it there. It's very early in the level. You probably don't need the health, but main danger is bit, and that thing did a whole bit of damage to us, so it's a bit more challenging. Alright, we might have our first death here, actually. Except for the fact the boss probably only does 1 bit of damage per hit. Yeah, very strong Super Mario 2 vibes right here. And keep waiting for that boss. Oh, we have a health upgrade right here. Top us off. As we're coming up on a unique boss, you always get a fresh boss for the end of a world, end of the desert world here. We'll see who we get. I think despite appearing on the cover, Porky Pig doesn't even... He's not even in this game, I believe. I think everybody else is, but on the cover you think one of the biggest stars of the Looney Tunes galaxy. Oh, what we got? Gary?
Boss beat. Yosemite Sam, you want to jump and attack and then repeat. The key to this battle is spending as little time on the ground as possible, as that's where his bullets will be close to. Just stay in the air, stay close, nail him a few times, he'll go down.
Alright, good call, Gary. Yeah, there's no Porky Pig as far as I know. A lot of the other characters show up. I think they could work in with 24 levels, the rest of the gang, but it's just a select few. Can we talk about the pettiness for a second of the fact that this is, I guess, 1 step removed from a desert level. Just kind of a rocky lava level. It's a lateral move, if you ask me. But yeah, can we talk about how petty it is for all of Bugs' so-called friends to, you know, not just try to, like, slow him down or whatever to his party, but try to kill him, essentially. I don't know. Poor sports, that's what I'd say. Bitter Betties. Not a phrase I think I've ever said in my life. And I said it with confidence, like that's something that people say, a bitter Betty. I don't know, maybe someone has said that. Have you ever heard someone say that, class? Got those kind of suns from the Mario 2 a little bit, or I guess Mario 3. I don't know, it's sort of like a mix between. Just look like the frogs from Blaster Master a little bit. Unaccountably just boxes of, I don't know, laundry soap trying to attack us? What's with the boxes of suds? They have 50 years, at least 50 years, more than 50 years, because Warner Brothers family didn't begin with Bugs, but they had more than 50 years to draw on when it comes to characters, enemies, what have you, to fill this game out with. And they put in a box of soap. Done. Give me my paycheck. So we're on pace right now, almost halfway through the game. A little bit more, a little bit less than halfway through the game. I'd say we're on, oh look, it turned into a bubble, soap bubble. That's fun. Little shortcut right here. Just hug that cliff when you come down. Easily cross a lava pit here. It's not difficult to make these jumps, I have to say. And adding in just like a boulder that comes out of the barrels, 1, doesn't really make any sense, but 2, it's, I don't know. Guess they were just thinking, hey, Mario 2 didn't put boulders in the vases that you could jump into, so whatever. This is one of the most annoying parts of this game. Some of these give out. some of these stone jumps. There's a little heart too, that's good for 1 health. But yeah, you don't want to fall down here. It doesn't kill you, but it's just makes you play more of this game than you probably signed up for. What we got this time? Oh, Gary.
Homer Fudge. You want to approach, attack, and retreat. Sound familiar? Just repeat it over and over again, and avoid his very slow-moving net shots. They'll catch you in the net, and he'll do damage to you, but again, not a difficult battle.
Never is with this game. Kind of weird that they roll out a new boss for one of these kind of sub-levels. But, something new. That might be the only sighting that we have of Elmer Fudd. I don't remember exactly, but... So we're on pace for, I'd say, about 60 lives when all is said and done. And, yeah, again, not using any strategies or anything to get more lives, essentially. Just grabbing the carrots that appear to us, not going out of our way. More than enough to beat this game. It's like minimal effort, and we have 60 lives when all is said and done. Not going out of our way to not take damage as well. Oh, we can just jump on the sun's head. That's interesting. I don't know if that's meant to be a sun or not, but... I want to smash this when it's blue. I'm anticipated here. Oh, it's not high enough. What's the point of that, then? Let's make the jump. It's semi-difficult platforming every now and then. But just overall, yeah, it's just not enough to take it above a 2. Yeah, screw it. Again, just can't be bothered to go a bit longer out of my way to avoid taking that hit. Come on. I mean, I'd like to think that Daffy is at least in charge of where they put the carrot. Maybe move it to the right of you so that Bugs at least has to figure out a way to get around you there. Maybe I'm missing the point. Maybe I've heard that Daffy and Bugs, you know, they're essentially best friends in this universe. So maybe he just, you know, he can't be persuaded to actually try to attack Bugs. He's the only one who doesn't, you know, shoot any projectiles or really try to make it difficult at all to get by him. So there you go. Yeah, it'd be more about this game if it just, you know, there was just more challenge to it. I feel like I've already said this, but that's alright. I'll give myself a pass for this game. Just if there was, you know, a bit more to it, because it just, eventually, it starts to feel like a chore, you know? Like, we want to cut through here, so make sure we have a little distance between us and the frogs. Maybe make a nice cutout so the frogs can't mess with us. Got that disappearing platform there, that was semi-tricky. I think these volcanoes do a whole heart of damage actually, so that's dangerous. Oh, Gary.
Sylvester and Sun. So 3 well-timed shots will defeat the Sun. Just one after another. And then just do the same thing for Sylvester. You may need to retreat a little bit because he's a bit faster than his son. And you don't knock him back quite as much. I'm of course joking. You don't need to do anything special. My goodness, this is easy.
Good to know it's not just me. Thank you very much, Gary. Wish there were more items in this game. Bring Blaze back in one more time. You know what, while we're doing this, let's, now that we're officially halfway through the game, let's bring in Fluff for the first time. Get our first Fluff fact about the Bugs Bunny birthday blowout. Fluff?
In Japan, this game is known simply as Happy Birthday Bugs. Actually, the international versions of the game feature this title and the cake itself on the cover.
There it is. Thank you very much, Fluff. We're now here in the cave section, the cave world. Music of this game is okay. It's not really memorable. I do like the little faux reverbery effect that they put on there. That a lot of games used very effectively. Little Nemo for one. But, which we did a recent class on, I think, actually. But, like the final level, it's like a castle world. Music's pretty good there. Yeah, it's all pretty decent, but yeah, just not the most memorable tracks that you'll ever hear. Mind the waterfalls there. The sewage or whatever you want to think of that as. These little drills that don't really have much of an impact like a lot of things in this game. You knock them off the edge and the ground shakes for a little bit, but again, it's not really, doesn't really affect bugs. What we got this time? Alright. He's not even trying. Daffy's the only one, he's like, you know, the other characters are like, did you kill Bugs? He's like, oh, I tried, that Bugs, he's just such a good jumper. They're like, yeah, and they just kind of mumble and grumble and go, alright, well, we'll kill him in the next level. Just don't let him get to that party. Because we're so jealous. 44 lives at this point in the game. I don't know, we might have a shot at averaging around 80 at the end of this. I like the Elvis ghosts. Always kind of seem like that to me. Between like, I don't know what's the deal with that oil barrel. Got our platform now. Can't do anything with the ghosts. That I know of at least. Attack-wise. Maybe there is something, but honestly, just ignore them, like most of the obstacles and enemies in this game. We get the water spout, that's a nice new mechanic. So many carrot tokens. Honestly, at some point I'm like, man, maybe we should go out of our way to avoid these, because it'll just slow us down when we get to the mini-games. We'll have to play more mini-games. But if I'm trying to get an obscene number of lives, I suppose just keep picking them up. Like the little cover that you can get from, you know, these little, I don't know, rock stumps or whatever you want to call those. A little cover that they create for you so you can't take damage there. This is interesting. Looks like something out of Mega Man, kind of the Flash Man stage in the background. There's another Tweety bird throwing tomatoes at us. I think we have a bit more room on the right here to work with. Yeah, that delay when you can't take a swing, that's just frustrating. Come on out, Tweety. You're not difficult, you're just annoying with your little attack pattern. Just something about a boss who won't come out and fight you fair, you know? There we go. 3 hits. But again, I like getting the big carrot. Alright. Well, let's throw it to Fluff now for another Fluff fact about the Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout.
Since there's only so many things you could say about this game, let's learn a few Bugs Bunny facts. For instance, Bugs Bunny first appeared as an extra in a 1938 cartoon as Porky Pig when hunting. His cool and confident mannerisms, especially his carrot-eating style, were all based on Clark Gable in a scene from Gable's It Happened One Night, in which a confident, gabbing Gable chews on a carrot while chatting with a girl. He got his name from American storyboard artist and animator Ben Bugs Hardaway. Bugs Bunny was even used as pro-American propaganda during World War II, as cartoon studios created short movies featuring the Japanese and even had Bugs parodying Adolf Hitler in order to trick one of his right-hand men. Bugs' famous line, "What's up, Doc?" was suggested in passing by animator Tex Avery, who recalled it as a common catchphrase in his native Texas. He was surprised at the audience's overwhelming positive reaction the first time Bugs ever used it.
So wait, he first appeared in 38, yet this game commemorating his 50th anniversary came out in 1990?
Well, he just had a small part in that 1938 cartoon. It actually wasn't until 2 years later that the first official version of Bugs was rolled out in 1940's A Wild Hare.
That checks out then. Thank you very much, Fluff. We go up and down here. Ignore that oil drum. Another Daffy boss battle, in quotes. I like just the laziness of that rabbit season sign. I guess it's a reference to Bugs Bunny cartoons. Just throw that up. Call it a day. I like that Fluff said that there's only so many things you can say about this game after, giving us one fact about it earlier, but I don't fault him one iota. Not much you can say about this game. It's more interesting to talk about bugs anyway. There's something new. The lightning, which is unaccountably underground. Not sure how that works. Maybe not lightning, but just the lights going out. Where are the lights coming from to begin with, I wonder? Don't ask questions that we'll never know the answers to. Professor, I got you. Careful with the breaking bridge here. Another trope there. But again, if we put up a trope list for every single trope you ever saw in a video game, that's all the episode would be, just one massive chain of trope images, so gotta call it at some point. What stage is this? Is 4-3 or 4-4? I think it might be time to share the clip that I teased earlier. That probably no one remembers at this point, but that's fair. It's not that exciting. It's not worth really getting excited about, but depending on which level this is. Oh, might have a tough boss coming up. Gary?
Boss, step in the pew. Alright. You want to swing and avoid the stink clouds. Just hit them a few times. And secondly, this is also very important. Figure out what you're going to do for dinner tonight, because honestly, this game, it really doesn't require much thought. Especially these bosses.
I'm having tacos. It's already been decided. I figured that out on level 1 too, actually, so looking forward to that later. Why don't you let us know what you're having for dinner in the comments, class? Really does help us out. Hit that like button as well. Subscribe, I promise, to enroll in this class. I promise that we do more challenging games than this normally. Again, this, I believe, is the easiest class that we've ever done, or easiest game that we've ever done a class on. What ups did we get from that last one? We're starting to close in on this. Didn't really give you a timer, so you didn't really know how much time is left. A good one earlier. I got in the early 30s. 31. 69 lives. How about that? And we're still... I think we need to readjust our expectations at this point. We are 2/3 of the way through the game at this point, so we have a third remaining. And we have 69 lives, which means we have collected 66, roughly. Not sure how many we started with. They spot you a couple lives for some reason. But, yeah. I'm no math whiz, but we have a genuine shot at ending this game with 99 lives. Just makes me laugh. And I'll tell you, well, alright, hold on, we'll wait till we get to the end of this level. But this is nice, get a nice background, get to get out of that, stuffy cave. This is what, forest. Join those mega jumps here. And there it goes. It was short-lived. This is forest meets fortresses? Forest fortress? With no discernible uptick in the difficulty. Here we're just going into little stumps. And there's our old friend Daffy. Not putting much effort in as usual. He did move the sign. Presumably after Bugs flies away, he picks up the sign and moves it to the next area, the next stage. I do a decent Donald Duck, but the Daffy, not so much. A lot of spit. A lot of spit when you do the Daffy. we can make that jump or not, but in the interest of keeping this no death run alive, this streak we're working on, if we finish this without dying, it might be the least impressive no death run we've pulled off on this channel to this point. There's the mallet. The power mallet. Didn't look like the one that Blaze featured earlier, but I think we get the idea. Just random trash can up here. I like using that frog as a temporary platform right there. 29, 30. Yeah, now I'm all about the carrot tokens. I'm not going to go out of my way, but I'm not going to shy away either. I genuinely want to beat this game with 99 lives. Just ridiculous. Really drive home that 2 difficulty. Give it a 1, but there are some pits, you know. Oh, Elmer Fudd again, so misspoke. He does appear more than once in this game. It's just very few and far between. What a nice day, by the way. In the game, at least. I don't know if I should be bothered that there's no rabbit season sign when Elmer Fudd's shooting at me. But anyway. Alright, so just to let you behind the scenes of how we put these classes together, I record as I'm, you know, kind of messing with the game, getting a feel for it, grinding. Some games you need to do that a bit more than others. But I did a couple levels, and this actually happened in the bonus round, so it is possible. I managed to get a 51 ups from getting that cross, 21 down to the 8, using that bonus space. But yeah, so it's very possible we could easily hit 50 lives if we get some luck in the bonus round. But anyway, that's why we always keep the cameras rolling. You never know what kind of magic they might catch. I use that term very loosely. This is kind of this is one of those tricks where you, okay, ooh. That was almost the first one right there, pulling Indiana Jones right there, Indiana Bugs. But, yeah, that's the whole mechanic where you want to make sure that that other rope is going to be coming toward you when you're about to do that jump to really get the most out of it. The last thing you want is that rope to be heading in the opposite direction. Guess we can make this jump, right? There we go. Just love the random trash cans at the top of that generate trash, or at the very least enemies, above the canopy of the trees. And no one even guarding this one. Alright, take that giant carrot. How many tokens do we have at the end of this one? 72 lives. Alright, we get 4 runs here. Nothing doing. I guess the numbers change out each time. Their positions. 73 lives. Oh, there we go. I missed the 5. Or the 4 for the 5. I think we have a legitimate shot of hitting 99. I'm assuming it caps at 99. Does not appear that there's room for a 3rd digit on that counter. So many frogs, so little cares. Just platforms that send you into the sky, and then, I don't know, what's the point of that? So you get 4 extra carrot tokens? I'm very aware that I'm increasingly picking apart, nitpicking this game. It's just out of... Can I make that jump? Oh, I guess with the clock I can. There we go. That should aid the effort. Being told by Fluff that he has one last fact for us, or a collection of facts, about Bugs Bunny again, so we'll hold off. Oh, Gary.
Alright, Foghorn Leghorn and Henry Hawk. So I'm sure I'm butchering that, I don't really know. Never knew that character's name, but there you go. You learned something at least. So jump on Foghorn's head, stand on the ledge, and just swing at that little chicken hawk a few times. Battle will be over. Simple as that.
It's alright, we butchered him too. In a different context, of course, but, alright. This is the most exciting part of this game for me at this point. Can we reach 99 lives? Not my best run at this one. Well, we're starting to pick it up a little bit. Next to 22. Oh, that was a dry streak right there. Gotta hit 30, right? There we go. Alright, whoa, alright, we came on there. Next at 99, so that's the most we could have gotten for that. 93, there we go. Alright, I think it's all but in the bag at this point. This is the music that I kind of liked. I like the da-da-da-da-da-da, those kind of triple notes right there. Brother and I's favorite piece here. That's some sort of violation right there. Buzzsaw on like a, I don't know, rigged to what would normally be a chandelier fixture or something just coming down. I don't think we need to go out of our way to get any extra carrots here. I feel like we can pick up 6 extra lives in the, I guess it's going to be the remaining 3 mini games that we have, so feeling pretty good about that. I like they have these vases just to get back to the, hey, it's our old friend Daffy. This might be our last time we see him. Probably not. Probably at least one more time. We have the vases again. Very Mario 2. Alright, no doing there. Let's get 1. Alright. Call it right now. This class is not a success. This playthrough, unless we can hit 99. I think we can like drop down. There's like a little Mega Man mixed in. Probably ride this guy to the right? Or we just walk on these. Yeah, I remember that. It's like trying to enter a movie lot or something. They put those tire slashers. You can't get on the... You can only move one way. Otherwise risk serious damage to your rubber. I don't know why they put some of those seesaws where they do. Yeah, this kind of has the vibes of the last level in Mario 2, actually, with these conveyor belts on top of it and everything. Lots of carrots to take with us. This might be the mini-game. It's gonna need to be. If not this, then the final one. There we go, 51. 54 carrots. What we got here? Another Elmer Fudd. Alright, so we get a few Elmer Fudds. Again, no sign to designate that it's rabbit season. I feel like the gaming, the wildlife, the hunting. What's the governing body in charge of that? Not sure. The Wildlife Gaming Commission. Just making things up at this point. There's one. Came very close to hitting a double 4 on that last one. Come on. Goose egg. Okay. We're gonna need a 4 now at this point. Alright. Gonna be so bummed if we end at 97 or 98. Or 96. Pick up as many of these tokens as I can get on this final level where it matters. Since we only... Presumably there's not gonna be another mole whack at the end of the game. Credits roll, but get one last try to get some extra lives. For no reason whatsoever. Oh, I was challenging my brain there. It's the most difficult part of the game so far. Oh, there's some false blocks coming up, I believe. In the vein of Mega Man, where we can fall through. Pretty sure. Good idea to just jump over that there. Let's see, want a head full of spikes? Might have been one there. Might have been one there. almost positive that there was a gap there. 37. Is that all we're going to have to finish with? Boss time? Nope. It's very similar to the last area we came through. Ah, 39. That's going to hurt if we max out at 39. Just 3 spins. I know it's not spins, but there we go. Alright, we'll do at least 4 tries. I know spikes are pretty generic looking in games in general, but those look very much like Mega Man spikes down there. There's one of the holes. That hurts. That's a full bit of damage right there. And the floor was... Alright, well that... Might get our first death here, actually. Might need 4 extra lives in that case. What am I talking about? It even shows you where the false one is. Oh, nice. We can get one extra drawing. Alright, Daffy, it's been real. Thanks for all your work. Enjoy the hang time there. That's the only way to get the carrot. Yeah, Bugs boasts a pretty impressive hang time, probably why he was in Space Jam. Alright, we need 3 lives. There it is. Oh, the 4 and we need it, and we can find out if it goes above 99. Are we gonna break the game right here? I guess not. Well, there you go. Proof, if you weren't convinced before, that this is one of the easiest titles on the NES. It's very easy to get 99 lives. I almost forgot. I've been killing so much time, but we have one more Fluff fact to get to. Let's bring him in before we get to the final boss. Fluff, what do you got for us?
Here's a few more fun facts about Bugs Bunny. Mel Blanc provided the longtime voice for America's favorite hare. Despite being named the man of 1,000 voices, Blanc developed nearly 400 distinct character voices, including virtually every other major Warner Brothers character. That's no slight, though, as the world may never see another voice actor with those chops. Many credit Bugs Bunny and other characters as actually saving Blanc's life. Blanc was injured in a serious car accident in 1961, which left him in a coma for weeks after sustaining several fractures to his skull. After not having any success in addressing Blanc directly, his doctors began talking to his characters. It was purportedly only after they inquired about Bugs' health that Blanc finally began to come around and was able to respond, just fine, Doc, how are you? In Bugs' voice, of course. Perhaps most importantly of all, Bugs was the first cartoon character to appear on a U.S. postal stamp in 1997, beating out his presumably hated longtime rival, Mickey Mouse to the punch.
Oh, I'm sure they can't stand each other. He won't be at the party. Calling it right now. Alright, speaking of calling it, who do you think the final boss is, class? Tasmanian Devil, Gary, take us home.
Oh, final boss. For some reason, the Tasmanian Devil, inexplicably, he's wearing football gear, he's throwing footballs at you for the final level in a castle. I don't know, it makes no sense, but a lot of things about this game have made no sense. Just return 6 footballs at him with your mallet, he'll go down. Congratulations, you've managed, note the sarcasm, to beat the Bugs Bunny birthday blowout. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Gary. Always kind of looks like Bugs crapped himself there. That's not a, ageism incontinent joke or anything. That's what it looked like. Some very funny tricks. Yeah, that's what I say when people try to kill me. Ah, that was a funny trick. You play on me. Just there. I don't know, I don't think I would talk to any of those people again. Maybe Daffy. Because he just kind of existed. And if you run into him, that's kind of your fault. Because everyone likes their personal space. And, you can't be held responsible for what you do if someone runs into you. But I digress. There's no need to fill any more time. This game is officially done with 99 lives, no less. There you go, Bugs at 50. Looking great. Thank you so much for attending this class. Please subscribe if you have not yet already done so. As I said, we do one of these classes every week. We'd love to have you enrolled. And click that like button. It really does help us out if you don't mind. And yeah, leave a comment. You ever play this game? Did you find it as easy as I did in this class? Either way, Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week in the same spot for, I promise, a more challenging class next week. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video, and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you. And check the description of this video to see what song is playing right now.